The Lethbridge Hurricanes are a different-looking team heading into the Western Hockey League stretch run. General Manager Peter Anholt pulling off a number of trades before January's deadline, one of them a blockbuster deal with the Swift Current Broncos. Getting rid of players like Stuart Skinner and Giorgio Estevan wasn't easy, but the Hurricanes got a lot in return as the club builds as well for the future.
I think when you look at how everything kind of came about, the Riddle for Morrison deal kind of set us up for maybe looking at some other things, and then as we got closer to the deadline, we had some communication with Swift Current, and once they mentioned Logan Barloghi in the equation, that opened up the door for more talks. And so really in getting Fladell back in the deal, we felt that, with Morrison and Fladell that we at least evened ourselves off as far as this year goes. I don't think we really hurt ourselves a lot. And I think when you look at this year's team, of course, and then looking to the future, you had Barloghi in with the other old ones in our depth chart, plus Cousins. We feel that that's a pretty good age group to build around, and you can add Addison in that group too as a 2000 birthday, and some of our 02. So we think it's a pretty good age group for us, but ultimately they have to improve and be good players for us in the future.
Some Hurricanes fans weren't happy with seeing some of these players dealt away and suggested maybe the team was cashing in its chips for the season. But it's been anything but that, as the Canes have remained a very competitive group. Anholt knows it's about getting to the playoffs and seeing how things shake down from there.
It's an easy way to look at it, I think. But I think when you drill a little bit deeper and where we're at with our division, we felt that as long as we keep getting some points from here on in to the rest of the year, I think we're solid in a playoff spot. And if we can just have a real strong finish here to the season, and then who knows what happens come playoff time and where you're seated and so on. So, it just there was kind of a unique situation per se. I mean, the East was very, very strong. The Central not quite as strong as far as the division goes, and we felt we were comfortable in that position. And then we'll just play it by ear from there. But, we felt Fladell has had really good numbers over the last number of years. So he's really solid as far as a goaltender goes. And Morrison's a real talented player. And, so as long as we can, hopefully just keep moving along and getting better as a group, we think that we should be at least okay.
The trade of Giorgio Estevan left a hole in the Hurricanes' leadership group. However, Jordy Bellerive was quickly given the task to fill the captain's role. Anholt believes the 18-year-old is the right player to lead this group for the rest of the season and beyond.
I think when you look at it, not only did we move out Giorgio, which was a hard deal, and Stewie was a big leader on our team, but you also add into that Ryan Vandervlis. Losing him for the season was a real blow to our leadership. So we had to make some adjustments with that, and I've said this before, and I really believe this, is that basically when we took over a number of years ago, we turned the team over to an 18-year-old Tyler Wong and a 17-year-old Giorgio Estevan, and basically we're doing that now again with Jordy Bellerive. And I think that he's a signed NHL player, and he's a premier player in our league. So I think that he's an obvious choice to lead our hockey club.
For the community producers, I'm Pat Sidlecki.